And a New Orleans woman is in the hospital tonight with a broken leg and a long road to recovery.
Yeah, she was involved in a hit and run while biking in the Warehouse district. Mike McDaniel visited her in the hospital, and she tells her story and hopes to track down the person who left her lying in the middle of the road.
Looking down at her leg in a hospital bed, Kelsey Carter knows she's lucky.
I'm grateful I am not dead or more injured.
Just after midnight Monday, Carter was biking home to the Bywater from her job in the Garden District. Pedaling down Camp Street, she only made it to the intersection with Girod.
A black or a dark gray SUV sped past me, so I didn't get a chance to see it, and then turned right in front of me, and we collided.
Carter says she rolled behind the SUV as it drove off, leaving her in the street with a broken leg.
I was just overwhelmed when I was laying in the middle of the street.
Carter says another bicyclist stopped to help, and other cars blocked traffic as strangers carried her out of the intersection.
That was scary.
Having already called 911, she thought help was on the way, but says it never showed up.
I thought someone would come, at least a cop car.
Instead, Carter says at least 15 minutes passed until her partner showed up. Those strangers loaded her into the truck and it was off to the hospital.
Broke my tibia up towards the knee.
12 hours and one surgery later, Carter says an officer showed up to her room.
It makes me feel like there's less chance of support for me finding, the person who did hit me.
The NOPD says an officer was on the scene 6 minutes after being dispatched, but no one was there. Once in the hospital and no threat to life, NOPD says it became a routine call, which is why it took so long. Police are working to try and find the driver who left the scene.
It's impossible to ignore the fact that you hit a person and a bike that would make a sound.
Aline Laspina is the acting executive director of Bike Easy and says what happened is frightful.
Every time something like this happens, it's a little bit of a reality check that we are vulnerable people on the road.
A vulnerability that has Carter worrying about her future. She had just become an executive chef at work.
I get scared thinking about, what's going to happen when I get permanent plates and screws into my kneecap.
But it's not going to stop her from getting back on her feet or on a bike. Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.